try and get to everybody. Mar from Texas again. Champ, why not fight Morrell? Same side of the street, and he has a WBA strap. Now, I'll say, I seen your promoter at the last Pro Box, and he said the reason he didn't want to do that fight is because you both have interims, and people would laugh and say that it's
so. Look, I just answered this. I didn't answer it here, but I did another interview. That fucking fight deserves to be a world title fight. Both world titles, unification, not a fucking interim. Look at Morrell's has the same thing that's going on with me. Win this fight, me and Morrell the best in the division. Why don't they fucking strip Canelo, the WBA, the WBC, and let us fight for it? That fucking fight deserves 2 world title fights, because the world title fights, those are the ones that go down in history, not the interim title fights. So I would love to make that fight, but we need to make those fights. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. He's been the interim champ for 2 years. Mm-hmm. I've been interim champ for 3 years. So now it's just about the sanctioning fees. They need to make this shit world title. Like, it still like amazes me. This guy has all the belts and he doesn't fight no number 1 contenders. They make.
Well, he just doesn't fight you guys.
Yeah.
He fought John Ryder and he fought Yeardom. Those were mandatories. He just doesn't fight the WBA and the WBC.
Yeah, exactly. And who the fuck is Eldrum? You know what I mean?
We got George Foster. Would you be interested in a UK fight with either Anthony Yarde or Joshua Buatsi? I did want the Yarde fight. I think Yarde is a great fight.
That'll be a good fight. I like Yarde. I like both of them. They're both pretty good. I'll definitely fight them. It's just that it's not right now. It's basically no way to make it happen. I think those fighters work with the zone. So
Frank Warren is
Warren,
and the other one is boxing.
So maybe when we get this belt and then we could get another fight, that would be dope. I would love to go to England too and fight. I've always wanted to go over there.
Terrence from Dayton, Ohio. How do you see the Munguia Canelo fight going, and what strategies would you use to beat both?
I mean, I don't want to say
what you would do.
What I would do, but I would beat both of them. I mean, it's going to be a good fight. I think what Munguia has to do, he has to use his jab a lot. He can't let Canelo get inside. What Canelo does a lot, he likes to do little movements to get inside, and then when you're like, have a little bit of space, he likes to get his power shots off. So Munguia is going to have to keep him off with the jab. He has some good firepower, so maybe maybe he'll be the guy that fights Canelo, that he has enough punching power that Canelo will respect him, because Munguia is a good fighter. He has some good power, so we'll see. I mean, we're not going to know until we get in the ring, or until they get in the ring. So, but it'll be a good fight.
Were you surprised that he got the knockout over Ryder?
No, I mean, Munguia's a good fighter. Ryder was taking a beating, but Ryder showed a lot of heart. But I mean, it was a good victory for Munguia.
Does it? I know it probably don't bother you, but just the way I'm phrasing it. Does it bother you that there's that comparison that he stopped a common opponent of Canelo and you could not stop a common opponent?
I don't think that has anything to do with anything, but it is what it is. What does bother me is that these guys are the fucking mandatories now. Berlanga's a mandatories #1 for some fucking way. I don't know how. And I'm not even trying to diss Berlanga. He's a good fighter, but it's just like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They both have, Berlanga has a little bit more time fighting a super middleweight. Munguia is his first fight, and now he's ready to fight for all the belts. This shit's crazy.
Politics, man.
Yeah.
From Toronto, Canada, would you be willing to come to Toronto, Canada to fight Mbili or Bazianen?
Yeah, I'll fight him, Bill. I mean, all these fighters, bro, they're all good fighters. I would fight anyone. Anybody from 168 to 175, anybody. What I was thinking, it would be nice if it would happen. It would be a great fight. Hopefully my boy Zurdo Ramirez wins that cruiserweight championship, and then we can make that fight. I mean, I have none but respect for Zurdo. He's a great guy, but
immediately, or you mean down the
line? Right now.
Wow.
I'll go up to cruiserweight and fight him. It would be a great fight.
Okay.
And I don't think there's ever been any 2 Mexicans fighting at cruiserweight.
Wow.
For a world title fight. That'd be dope.
What's up? This is Rob in Oklahoma, and I'm wanting to know what are you prepared to do to secure a fight with Canelo? Go over to the zone. May you give. All right. Well, you already said no. Rob. He answered that. Listen to the interview. We got Jesse Hernandez. Jesse from West Covina, California. Appreciate your time, David. But if all goes to plan, has there ever been a thought to move up to cruiserweight to become a 3-time champ? He just answered that. We'll move on. Mosby, Clemente Vega from Phoenix, Arizona. Great to have you on the Best Boxing Podcast, champ. If you end up getting the winner of Beterbiev and Bivol, would you prefer to go up against, he said, who would you prefer to go up against? I feel like you and Beterbiev would be a way more entertaining fight.
Both fights are really dangerous. It don't matter. I'd train extremely hard. Both of those fights would be great fights. But I'm willing to.
No preference though.
They're both fucking good fighters, bro.
You sparred both or just one?
No, I just sparred Bivol.
So you wouldn't lean to Bivol because you know him?
At the end of the day, they're both good fighters, so I can't be like, oh, one fight will be easier because I sparred him. Bivol has a lot of tricks. Beterbiev has a lot of tricks, so it'd be.
I'm shocked to hear you say that. Most people think because you sparred him, we would assume you think you can beat him.
I could beat both of them. What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, I'm just saying.
No, bro. For me, my mentality is I could beat anybody. But I'm saying I wouldn't. It doesn't matter. It's either or because both of them are so talented. They're both super good. The training camp will be identical because I had to put everything into that training camp. Either of them, either Bivol or Beterbiev. But I mean, I guess I guess I'll go with Bivol because I know him better. I know him personally. I know him more. But it's just, it's the same shit. You just got to prepare extremely hard. You can't go.
I think you'd be Beterbiev. You watched his last fight?
Yeah, he gets hit a lot.
People are mad at me because I said, as soon as I seen it, and I seen this kid, Callum Smith, land the double left hook. You notice? I said, bro, if he lands 2, Benavidez lands 4.
Yeah.
The way that, and he slipped and hit him with a 6-7 to the body, made Beterbiev back up.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
So if I see that's why I'm really confident in myself. I could beat anybody, but Beterbiev too. He gets hit a lot, bro. Even when he fought Olezander was putting it on him. Olezander hurt him. You know what I mean? And that guy don't hit hard at all. I spar him. That guy don't hit hard for shit. So I definitely know I could. I'll put everything on the line. I'll bet I'll bet with myself against anybody. I'm confident, 100% confident. And if you're not confident in yourself, then fuck, this is the wrong game for you. Sometimes the scariest fights motivate you the most, and you do the best.
Kerry G, by way of New York, from South Carolina. You have one of the best gas tanks in the business. Would you credit your pre-camps for that? Do you feel moving up in weight may shorten the road work and possibly reduce that stamina?
No, because, my training camps are the same. I have a certain recipe for my training camps. I run a lot, bro. And then I spar a lot. These are the types you have to train in a certain way where you don't leave any stone unturned. That's how you win championship fights. I could ask people, what do you think a training camp, a championship training camp looks like? And nobody will know. I know. Elite fighters know. So just because I have if I look good this fight, the next fight, and then you think I'm gonna fucking just not train as hard as I did last fight? No, that's stupid. That's how you get.
Do that though.
Yeah, but I'm not most people. You know what I mean? If you really want to continue looking how you looked, then you worked how you worked. And that's what some people don't understand. Some boxers, sometimes they let this shit get to their head. But I tell people, bro, the fights are won in the training camps. You gotta fucking work. The harder the fight gets, the more you go up, the harder you work. And some people don't understand that, but I understand it myself. I know exactly how to spar 12. I know how to condition myself so I can get up to 12 rounds, 13 rounds, 14 rounds, 15 rounds. The most rounds I've sparred in one sparring session is 18 rounds with 5 different people.
Damn.
And I've done that a lot in my career. So I know how to get there. People can criticize me saying, oh, he trains so long because he has to lose all that fucking weight, this and that. Bro, people can say whatever they want to say. At the end of the day, my gas tank, that's why they're saying my gas tank is legendary, because I know what I'm doing.
We got 24 Don. What up, champ? Would you consider bringing a fight here to Seattle at the Climate Pledge Arena? Possibly M. Billy, since he has the fan base in Canada.
That would be really dope. Yeah, I would definitely do that, and that's actually a good,
arena?
No, what the guy said, that's a good idea, because Canada is right there. Vancouver's like literally 2 hours away, so that would be dope. Yeah, I would be really down to do that.
Bones 13 from Fort Worth, Texas. What advantages do you believe you have Wait, what advantage do you have that you believe you would ever beat Canelo?
Well, my jab is longer, I'm bigger. In my opinion, I'm faster. I throw more. I have power. I'm younger. There's a lot of advantages, bro. It's a lot of advantages. But it's, you know, like I said, people won't believe how easy I can make this fight look until I get into that ring and show you guys. You know, I'd rather show you guys. I could talk all day, but I'd rather just show you guys.
Rod in LA, David, with Canelo fight not happening next, can we see you and Morrell fight soon? You answered that.
Yeah.
Oscar from Paso Robles, California. Being that you moved up to 175, you get past your next opponent. Will you be looking to fight with Bivol and Beterbiev? If so, would you and your promotional company be willing to go to another network to make those fights happen, or we always staying loyal to Al and BBC?
Well, I mean, when I asked Luis de Cubas to move me up to 175, he's the one that put the plan together. So I'm sure he knows that when I win this fight, I'm #1 in the WBC. So, I mean, if they set me up for that already, then they know that we're probably gonna have to make something happen.
All right. London runs boxing. Let me know if you gotta go.
Yeah. Well, we could do one more and then.
All right. London runs boxing. Dave, what's good, David? I just wanted to ask how you feel knowing your name wasn't on the contract for Canelo, but Spence and both Charlos were. Also.
So first of all, when you guys say stuff is like that, you guys work for PBC?
No.
Are you guys here? You guys in the contracts? Are you guys on the phone with me and Al and we're talking about all this? That's the piece that people don't understand. People just say shit because they see it on Instagram. And, bro, you guys, not everything is put out there for you guys to see. You know what I mean? That's why shit is behind the scenes, and I don't want to say stuff too much times because you guys, whatever the fuck you guys see on the internet, you guys go and run with it. Like, you guys can have your own opinion. If you guys think I wasn't on the contract, then I wasn't on the contract. I'm not gonna try to fight you, convince you that I was. Like, the fight is not happening anyways. So there's nothing else I can say. It don't matter if I was on the contract or not. The fucking fight is not happening.
You think this taints his legacy?
I don't know. That's up to him, bro.
I mean, because you're getting asked this question everywhere you go. You sound frustrated already that they ask you about it, so he's got to feel the same way.
I'm sure he does, but I feel like he doesn't care. I mean, what he always goes to is I already did enough in the boxing game. So for him saying that, I don't think he cares.
Will you ever get to the point where you feel you've done enough and the up-and-coming contender just doesn't deserve a shot?
I think no. Because I feel like I respect the game too much. I feel like every fighter has to fight their mandatories, and that's a true champion. The champion that fights the mandatories, like Floyd, he always fought his mandatories. All these great fighters, I fought Oscar, Pacquiao, all these dudes fought their mandatories, and that's why they're considered great champions. I'm not saying Canelo's not a great champion, but towards the end of the run, I mean, you gotta think about the fans, you know, the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? Obviously, he's making a lot of money. He doesn't care, and I don't think he will ever care. But me as a fan, I want to see that fight too. I want to fucking go home and see after the fight and see that fight and it being history, being one of the greatest fights ever. You know, but then I'm even robbed of that ability to even do that.
Well, champ, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for your time as always, man.
No,
what up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.